Tuesday we learned how to draw planets, and those are the easiest to draw because all you have to draw is a circle. Now today we're going to do that same thing with blacklight chalk, and I have a whole handful of blacklight chalk here, just different sizes and colors of chunks. I've got going from left to right, I've got bright yellow, and then a light yellow green, then I've got a brighter green on top of a light blue, and a gold or flesh on top of a darker blue, and I've got a coral color, and then orange closest to me. So those are the different colors I've got. I like bright colors when I'm working with blacklight skies, especially because I want them to show up and be dramatic. So I'm going to start out, and like I said on Tuesday, a lot of times I don't really have a particular planet in mind when I'm doing a blacklight picture that's going to have stars and planets in it. Notice I have drawn most of the circle, but I really haven't completely finished it. I'm going to use my finger and spread it out a little bit, kind of give a feel for a little bit. I want it to be a little darker on one side. I'm going to actually go back in and lay in a little bit more color up here. Okay, and I'm going to do, let's do Earth down here. I'm going to draw a blue sphere. Now let's make Earth bigger. We'll call that Mercury, or Venus, who knows. I'm going to make Earth a little bit bigger here. Okay, starting out with a nice, kind of a light blue sphere. I come back in with a little bit lighter blue. This is a blue-white. And I left my most important piece of chalk over on my table, so I'm going to have to get that. I'm going to get my white. And I'm just going to throw some clouds in there, so it has that look of clouds. Now remember, again, depending on how big you make this, people very far away are not going to see it. If you're doing it, for a church or Sunday school. Alright, so I've just thrown in, again, I'm not trying to really make anything in terms of continents look realistic. That's just way too much detail. But you get the feel. I've got a blue planet there. All right, if I was going to do Jupiter, or my impression of Jupiter, again, I'm gonna create. This one's going to be much bigger because Jupiter is a much larger planet. These are not proportional. Again, obviously, Jupiter is much larger than this compared to the Earth. But I don't have that much space, so I'm going to go ahead, work at making my circle. Okay, got kind of a nice flat peach. I'm going to lay in a little bit of, this is, well actually what I put down was not peach, it was coral. I'm putting down now just a little, this is peach on top of it, and a light peach, or flesh color. Now the main thing with Jupiter that distinguishes it are the horizontal bands. So I'm going to use some orange. Now the main thing with blacklight chalk is the more you mix it, the lighter it's going to get. So keep that in mind. When you're working with regular pigments, if you mix them all together, you get gray or black. With blacklight chalk, you mix them all together, you get white. So as I lay stuff in, I have to be mindful of the fact that the more detail I add here, the lighter my chalk is ultimately going to get. So I don't want to just go crazy. And again, I'm not trying to be particularly accurate scientifically. I just want to create enough of an effect so that people get the feel, oh, that's gonna be Jupiter there. Okay, throw in red spot, so to speak. And I'm probably going to just leave it with that hint of horizontal bands. One more. Let's do Saturn. If you look through a telescope at Saturn, you'll see that it has kind of a tan look. But again, many people aren't going to know that. Again, Saturn, you could spend hours and hours trying to recreate its rings in detail, but that's probably overkill. I may create just a little bit more here, and another color in, maybe one more. I threw in a little. And then just to give it a little bit of dimension, I'm going to put a little yellow up here, just to give it more of a feel that it's an oval and not a flat disc. So that's all there is to doing planets. Fairly easy. You just make a circle and embellish it a little bit, make it look more like a sphere by how you shade it. Or, you know, again, in this case, it's looking straight on. I could add a little bit of shading there to give it a spherical look, but that's probably enough detail for what I would need in a blacklight picture. All right. Next week is the last week that we're focusing on the night sky, and we're going to put it all together and take all of the different elements we've learned and create a dramatic blacklight effect of a night sky. So I hope you'll come back and watch with us. I see the light.